Santatam Daiva Sanityam Dehe Me Vartatam Hridi Tavasyam Deha Yatrayam Yenasya Nirbhayo Jaya Sadaravinda Sadguru Padaravinda Bhumika Padeha Manata Shriyo Jayaprada Surakshika Om Anandamayi Chaitanyamayi Satyamayi Parami. At 24th of February 2019, we are in the Applied Vedic Knowledge course. So, today's lecture is supposed to be on two topics. One is Agni Hotra and the second is the They already have talking about Agni Hotra, but as I told you again and again, certain things can be repeated and helpful because repetition, you hear something before, you repeat it, you recollect it. It has its value of its own. That is the whole idea of the Japan or something. The first thing you have to understand, as I told you so again and again, is that you have to have a positive view of the world. Positive view. You should focus mostly on the newspaper, you should do a negative view. So a positive view should happen. Because you have to believe that world is not a chaos, that everything is happening according to a divine law, definitely. Of course, we human beings are all given a little bit of brain also. We do action, some correct, some incorrect. Therefore, some many consequences, the supreme power will be correct. Therefore, first thing you have to understand is, don't pay so much attention to negative things reported in the newspapers and also in your life. Every failure in your life has a lesson which only if you bother to learn, it will help. That is the quality. First, you have to have it. So, if you go to our main office, it says Sakshi is a spiritual organization. Some of you may have wondered what it is. See, normally in the West, people say, if you ask, oh, I'm not religious. Typically, many of them are Christians by birth. But they say, I'm spiritual. The usual common things I used to hear in the West. But what is spirituality? Here's this question. Spirituality means there is a power which we call spirit, not the liquor, which governs everything, which pervades everything. So it is everywhere, omnipresent. It knows everything, omniscient, and it is all powerful. Okay? Therefore, the question is, so Sharavindu makes the point again and again, saying that it is not moral, that it is not non-religious. What is it? It is my inside of the basic idea is we all are physical. We have the outer organs which we know, our nose, eyes, etc. But tradition, our heart, which we have, some of us have gone through the problem. But in addition, first of all, there is what is called as a soul. There is what is called as our inner heart. Inner being. People say they have closed their eyes, they say I have a vision of somebody, Deva. They have inner state also. So first of all, we have to recognize that. Number one. Number two, the spirituality, what I call the central power soul. Soul is something beyond mind, body, and life. That is the whole idea. It is connection to all other living beings also. Not only human beings, but animals, plants, trees, everything. So that is the second. Third point is, in some sense, there is equilibrium among all of them. So people say, the tigers eat these and the thing, but the question is, big fish eat small fish, but if all the small fish are gone, we will know what happens to big fish. Therefore, there is an equilibrium in life and everything. Therefore, don't be carried away. Therefore, it is an exceedingly complex organization, this world. Remember. Fourthly, remember, all of us are given a physical body about which we know nothing. What is called, Arabindo calls it as the constitutional ignorance. We don't know about the constitution also. To give a simple example, we believe that, we believe in the idea of a prana shakti or the prana, which leaves when we die and that sort of thing. It's made up of 5 parts: Anna, Prana, Apana, Jnana, Udana, Samana. People think they're all, they're all old superstitions. They say when you breathe, what do you do? Oh, I take oxygen inside and your carbon outside. That is it. But I ask all these people a simple question. You take a cylinder, all the people who are on the train are given oxygen, okay? Take it. Have you seen anybody who is living on oxygen do any creative work? Has ever, they can't even take the food. Therefore, all they can do is they have a few more days when their heart beats and stops. Therefore, it is not oxygen which gives all the time. When we breathe in, we are breathing in prana, a life energy, which in some sense enlivens all our prana. Therefore, when I am having an ankle pain or a chest pain, it means the prana is not really flowing there. What should I do? Become conscious, maybe do. So pranayama means yama, the spreading of the ayama, spreading of the prana. Pranayama. Other things. Therefore, the idea is we have to understand. So all of our problems comes, as somebody says. First, jnana. I don't know. Second is much worse, vismriti. We hear bad things. Somehow, even though we don't like it, it makes a place in our heart. Vismriti. Then Bhranti, delusion. I get a better car, I get a better house, I think I'll become happy. That is the Bhranti, delusion. So all of them, what happens? We forget all the good things happen. And remember all the bad things. People say the other things, but you remember every good thing happening to you also. I had a bad childhood, I didn't get a proper education, you list A, B, C, D. But do you think if you are living for 60 years, many good things must have happened to you, otherwise you won't be living anyway. Therefore, so these 4 things, Ajnana, Vismriti, Bhranti, and forgetting Asmriti, whatever good things has happened to you, these are the causes of our misery. Because we are negative idea, we don't believe there is a greater force which makes sure if only you ask for itself, it will help. So that's the reason when we do a prayer, that is the case. We remember fundamental distinction between the Western idea of a God and our idea of a Deva. The Western idea of a God is really a big, powerful human person. Therefore, when you pray to him, he is afraid, hey, he is going to pray to other people. That guy getting angry. Hey, it doesn't so. And then simply he gets angry, and all the human emotions are all embedded in the Western gods. In our gods, you pray to Indra, Agni is very happy. You pray to Narayana, Shiva is very happy. I think this guy is doing something. Because why? Because Indra, Agni, or Earth, they are all aspects of one supreme power. We humans cannot imagine it. We call it Ekam, that's all. But just because you use the word Ekam, you understand it. No, that's the reason. We say Agni has the power of not only burning, willpower, Indra is not of divine mind, he is all of those things. So the idea is, if you want happiness and other things, then you remember how to remember two rules. One is that there is no chaos in this world. Negative things happen. As I told you, you are all worried about 40% getting killed. But every year, thousands are getting killed by alcohol-related accidents. Do you ever pay any attention to them? No, that is this kind. Like I said, it's 10,000, that's what somebody said even there. You know, we worry because the 2 towers what happened, we know a person, we can point a finger. But what about liquor? Hey, we can't point any finger at anybody because we have taken the liquor. So it is 10,000 people are killed, we are not bothered. That's the idea. Therefore, you have to understand that what you hear, you have to make sure, negative, only negative things happen, no. Positive things happen to so many people, as I told you so many times. The Maharashtra, we are all worried about it. In Karnataka, the government trying to cut the back, go back to the English medium and not the Kannada medium. Otherwise, in Maharashtra, in one whole district, Dhawli district, 1,100 schools have been so well off that even people going to convent schools are coming back. They have all the ideas that you can. Does it happen? Because somebody took initiative. And there the money comes from the tribals. So they say they understood. If local people don't give money, then of course, because it is so good, the children operate all the good, but not the teachers. That's the idea. They make mistakes. Of course, it may happen. But like that. So we don't know about all the good things that are happening in our country. That is the idea. So once you understand, hey, everything is not as bad as I think, as bad what about other expectations, everything is all right. So Agnihotra, as I told you, is a simple exercise. Agni is a great power. Okay? He is not simply the power of combustion, as I told you so many times. It's only one aspect of it. What is the other aspect? It is Agni which keeps his warm from bottom to top. Therefore, Apada Talavastakaha, it says, that is the power of it. And the digestion power, Jadara. And higher power, will power is. And that's the reason, since we don't know, the second mandala says, O Agni, you are Indra, Agni, you are Varuna, and that's what it says. Because they can understand, she is understood. There is one supreme power. When I say it in the hand, it is my hand only, that's all. Don't talk. Therefore, when I say I didn't say I work. I didn't say I work only with my fingers. I say I work, that's the idea. Similarly, that also. Therefore, the first thing you have to understand is that Agni is a part of the infinite power, number one. Therefore, he is the one doing. That's the reason Sharabindo makes the important point, Veda makes it. The great complete power is both in the ant-hill as well as in the human. That is the idea. Sarvam Kaloidam Brahma. We don't have, because ant-hill is given because it is a construction by ants. That is the idea. And we don't recognize it. What about the complexity of the construction? So, but the point is, important point is, supreme power does not have to say, hey, look at me, that idea. Therefore, in each case, he displays only that amount of power which is needed. You see, we worship our God Hanuman precisely because he is the one who didn't say, I know how to jump, that sort of thing. He didn't say at any time. So give him a task, he will complete it. Hey, you go to Lanka, he goes there. Hey, you go on to Himalaya, bring the medicine, he goes there. Nowhere in the entire Mahabharata he said, I have this power, I have that power, I can do it. Nowhere. This is what we call in our fundamental knowledge. Is a power with extraordinary abilities are there. But nowhere does he say, I have this ability, that's all. So that's the reason we worship Hanuman, because he is the example of a person with extraordinary power, with absolutely a complete humility. That is the idea. So the body of worship of me is there. Therefore, the idea always is our usual English idea, what we see, what we feel, that sort of thing. Therefore, we feel we have to have a physical way of appreciating this idea. That's why we have this Vedic part is there, and we take a little bit of wood, ghee, and that sort of make a prayer, and do a mantra. Therefore, as I told you, after that big accident in Russia, for nuclear accident, where the bad things came, in Romania and other places, when Indians, some sadhus went there, they did the Agnihotra, hey, they felt, hey, this really helped us something. We can get so, they made it 24-hour method of Agnihotra in those days. Romania, they are well documented now. We can give you a reference for it. So we don't know. It's very simple. What is it? Cow dung cakes are there, and a little bit of dry wood is needed. If you want to get a little bit of heat, you start a fire, and behold, there you set a few mantras, morning, evening, whenever you can. So in Romania, say within 24 hours. Better each one did about half hour, and that's all. So the Agnihotra simply is a method by which we convince ourselves that he is a great power. We have to worship him every day. So to eat 3 times a day, yes, 3 times a day, not once a month, not so that. Similarly, whatever is important, you definitely do that. Similarly, you also, that's important, more important than your eating, because he provides the food, as I told you so often. It is the combination of Agni and the waters and vegetables which give beautiful taste. It was created it. That's this idea. No robot will create it. That's the problem. So we have to understand this power is the taste we have over in the sambars, that sort of thing is created by our Agni and our waters and that's all. So, wherever we get good benefits, only the work of Devas. So, Deva means who have the light or the knowledge, the LIGH, the capital, and who have the strength, the Bala, to implement that knowledge. So, they are all, as I told you, invite Agni. So, they are all two, but they have the cosmic presence and presence in each universe. But they are all sort of like a small growing plants. If you put a little bit more energy, they grow up, their power will increase, and by definition, your outside power also. So, Agnihotra I have covered very briefly, that's sufficient. But next I will go to a more important topic of environment. So, normally in English words, as I told you, quite a lot, By themselves, they don't have meaning. They say world, hey, what is world? You have to understand. Similarly, English word is environment, what does it mean? In Kannada, it is parisara. Pari means going around everywhere. Sara is that close. What is it? It is around. All of us feel there is what we hear around us, this around us, that's around us. Therefore, the question is all of us now complain, so all the Westerners speak of saving the planet, no, saving the earth, no, sir. Planet is not something we, with you or ordinary human beings can save. What you can do, you can save yourself from the effects of the bad things you did to earth. That's all. That's all you can do. And make sure you don't repeat it again and again. Okay. Therefore, for example, we think of us, somebody said, the amount of trash we put into the air, that is really so much. The people have measured it and that's sort of how long will it last. After 100 years, 50 years, the ocean itself, all the garbage you have put into the ocean, all the fish are dying. So this is all now well documented. So Vedic formula, Veda is, as I told you, on spirituality, what is the good book? That is the Veda. Veda does not preach anything. It doesn't say you pray. Veda does not say you do yajna. No, sir. The word yajna is there. But the way we perform yajna is not in the four Vedas. Veda is a very detailed. Later book, Kriya Sutras, after the four set, then we have the so-called the Upavedas are there, that is the Shiksha, etc. Then we have the Kalpa books. So the Kalpa books, we have the Kriya Sutras, which give you some hints to perform. Even they, all they tell you is a Vijnani, some mantras we chant. So then it is part of, every old priest in his family, they have a tradition how to do. Therefore, that is the same yajna, Varuna yajna done in Tirupati is different. That is Kumbakonam, done in Maharashtra, done everywhere. Because the different priests have the details. So don't say Vedic yajna is a ritual. Ritual means if you go to any Catholic Protestant church, exactly same thing A, B, C, D is done. Very simple. You go to any church. I have done many churches and now behold they say. Only difference is there is a person who uses speech. But content of the speech is different, that's all. But in the Veda, so first thing Veda tells you is this earth does not belong to human beings. Definitely not. It is jointly given to all living beings and non-living beings also. So first thing is don't do harm to the earth or to the other living. Himsa basically means, for example, we kill animals for meat, this, that, no, don't do harm. For us, what do? We dump all our garbage into the earth, we are doing harm to the earth. Don't do that. That is the himsa. So, just this one sentence, what is it? That earth does not belong to us. It belongs to all the people. That is the beginning of our environmental ideas. Therefore, the idea is there is an interconnection between everything. Interconnection. The ant is connected to me, a tree is connected to me, human being is connected to me, the hill is connected to me. Therefore, we say, one of the important things we see always see, the Padma Purana, there is a verse, a man who constructs a sort of a tank, he gets higher punya, is that, but a person who plants a tree and makes it grow, his punya is the highest. Therefore, why is that? Because, first of all, when you plant a tree, Maybe you allow your living to see its benefits to work. Number two, first of all, even if it doesn't give any fruit, like our what we call as cardamom in Canada and that sort of thing, it has its leaves, and those leaves gives us the energy. You are even educated people. I have talked to many. They ask them, how do you think you get your oxygen? So they are not sure because if that is not covered in any of the other people. Some of them will say it is given by plants. How does plants do it actually? How does plants get it? So we have to tell them I've told you so many times there is a particular bacteria. It has the property of using the sun's rays to cut the carbon dioxide to carbon dioxide. And therefore I get oxygen, because of the only cuts the H2O direction. C and HR combined and become my food. And it is. So here we see how at each stage all the small micro organisms are more important than human. They will do the every organism. So microorganism which take the sense energy and connect. Plants which give place to the microorganisms manufacture the CO or CH carbohydrate, and human beings will take three groups. Here, that's how our universe has been very well designed. Therefore, don't say it's bad design and that sort of thing. Yeah, that yeah, there may be a flash flood is there, some people is there, but the point is you die anyway. That's the question. Before that, don't say make a big deal about it. So first of all, understand every day we have to show our gratitude for the trees and the micro things which help us to live. We need oxygen, there's no doubt about it. Prana energy comes, but oxygen is important. Therefore, that is what I call as the first thing, a show of gratitude for us. Therefore, so don't be eager to destroy any animal. That is the idea. People say, I'm growing banana plants, and there are some things which come. What should I do? Well, I need bananas, I have to live with. So, yes, that's definitely true. But if you only spend a little bit more time, there are plants. A particular type of insect affects the banana tree. And another particular type of plants which attracts these insects. Therefore, if you plant them near the banana, nothing happens. So, for everything, there is a count. Without killing them, our problem should be, don't want to be bothered by the insects which bother the banana. My intent should not be to kill them, that is not the point. So, clearly define what you want, that is the first point. Clearly define, therefore don't put it in terms of harming, no. Simply say, I need to live, no problem. So, for everything, what should we do? We have to think of ways we can live with others. So, all environment problems are solved by paying attention. What is it? There is nothing called useless things. There is nothing called garbage. For example, our lady Tejaswini Anantakumar, she has this feeding program. She feeds about 100,000 people every lunch and that sort of thing. My point was all usual, in addition to getting the vegetables, what is the energy? Our LPG is very expensive. Solar, you can't depend every day. So what they do is very simple. One of the RSS people, Amanachar, started a company 20 years ago, which uses all this garbage, converts them into briquettes. And these briquettes are used in burning, eating ice. Therefore, that is the idea. You don't start calling the garbage as useless. You convert it into a form where I can use it as a cooking source. Before she should have mentioned all the time, but buying like tickets are cheap, much cheaper than anything else. Therefore, remember, and what even though we think great about our LPG, they do harm. That is the idea. So it is not a harm thing. LPG is much better because it comes from our garbage, right? So if the smoke is there, what after smoke, nothing happens. So the idea should be, instead of the idea is recycle, reuse, and minimize the waste you are in the first of all, there is nothing called waste in the vast idea of nature. What we call waste, our the cow dung cakes, and as a matter of fact, most of you have learned about little bit about the so-called this organic agriculture and that sort of thing. So, organic agriculture in India is different from what they do in the US. So, we anyway have a cow, therefore we depend very much on the cow dung, this, that, and that sort of thing. But the other is, when you understand the connection between different plants, people say a person has a half an acre or 1 acre. Is it too small? It is too small because the idea is contribute, right? It is too small. But same person, he starts growing 65 different types of grains, fruits, vegetables. The small, they are complement. When you pour water, you can't pour water to only one. You pour water into the soil, and whatever thing they want, they become. Therefore, he is getting an income of 2 lakhs per year, he is quite happy. But what is needed? He has to work every side. Therefore, there is no machine which does the work. So, whenever we complain that we are short of income, therefore we don't have to use any. Of course, he doesn't need any fertilizers for which you have to pay money. That is idea. Therefore, automatically he has no problem. The only thing you do is there is a Padekar method in which use this our cow dung and the cow urine and that sort of thing. Add something else. They add some jaggery and that sort of thing. They do a little treatment and that sort of thing. As a matter of fact, I told you, one person in the last 4 years discovered that, we see for people like me, we are always wondering, in the Bhagavata it says, Mathura, there were lakhs of cows were there. So we don't burn the cows anyways. Hey, okay, treat them, that's the question. About 50 years ago, I don't want to hold this guy basically said, all you have to do is take the small cow, put it in your drum, not years seriously, close it. After 3 months, if you notice, there is no brown, there is only liquid, and that lo and behold, you spray the liquid, you can put it now in bottles and periodically use it. He says his plants had 20% increase in growth. That is the same. Therefore, we don't understand the cow is useful not only from the beginning. In Canada, we have a well-known verse, many of you learned it when you were there. And so it says, Ittare, Sakanaya, that is this idea. Therefore, it starts, everything I have given is a service to the mankind. Therefore, even the sort of the chapels it does, it comes from my skin. What have you done at this point? It is so much, how shall we say, the cooperation which is designed, but we blind people don't want to learn. That is the idea. Therefore, of course, for example, in the along with the Homa Agnihotra, I have also written in the book about the Homa farming and that sort of thing. Also, I have written the same. Therefore, the problem of how to solve the problem is Veda has a Vedic idea. Solar energy is different. But theory always is, of course, when you are petrol, we get from solar energy also. Your big trees were there, they became sort of old and then. General theory is When we go down and down and down to the earth, the friendly quality becomes smaller and smaller. Therefore, our petrol is bad, environmentally it is bad. And therefore, go up surface, no problem. Surface things by and large, we can sort of directly there under the sun. Therefore, there is no problem. Therefore, our idea should be how to use that idea, how much of solar energy and others we can use, so that we don't have to depend upon the idea of the petrol and diesel and that sort of thing. For example, there is a tree there. Therefore, from that tree we can combine it with it's called ethanol. Therefore, in many of these auto rickshaws now they are using the ethanol. Some of the trucks they are using ethanol also. Therefore, the idea is there are trees which give out the juice, which if treated properly can move vehicles and that sort. So what is needed is first you have to have a belief that there are other methods without using the diesels and others and that sort. See, as I told you, in the United States, people have made an excellent idea. 40% of their petrol total, okay, it doesn't go to our human use, is very small, okay. It goes for manufacturing the fertilizers and manufacturing and bringing the things from the for transporting fertilizers or things from there to here. For example, when I was in the United States, I used to get the flowers grown in Venezuela. When I go to the stores, I want flower. So they said, no, it is grown in Venezuela. That is this idea. The 40% goes into the another 40% goes to weapons manufacturing. In human beings, it's about 5%. That's all our cars, this, that is. Therefore, once we understand these ideas, then we can implement them also. Every day we complain about the money needed. Instead of looking only at the money needed, that's not a good idea. Look at the broader idea. How indeed we can help the quality of our living on earth, not only for us. So, as I told you, happiness does, remember, you have to make a difference between comfort and happiness. We used to think earlier days, I heard people think, we have a refrigerator, we have this, we have that. But ask them, were you happy? No, not quite. How do you help? Before our writers came, we have to do this preparation was of course, they were grander writers for help, there is no doubt. But you have to understand the electricity and you actually don't even get the trouble of generating with electricity, no problem. Therefore, now use electricity which is generated by our carbon, our coal-fired stations, you are causing meter. So, understand all these internal connections. Therefore, comfort is one. So what is wrong, the olden days we never had soap and that sort of thing. And basically our sort of land was not even this sort of a thing. It was basically a floor with our dead place floor and that sort of thing. We set it there, no problem. That is idea. We sat there, we set it there, we put a mat and we set it there, we stepped there, no problem. Therefore, as a matter of fact, all of you should read a little bit about the Google right now, because it is a place where 300,000 people or 30 lakh people sleep in a very small place, eat simple food, very happy, and that's all. Even though many of them are well to do, they have in their own house, they have big sofas, and that's why. Because they have come out of that idea. I can live in this place because it is full of science, ideas, and I can take a bath in the candy, and that's all. So, what is needed is first we must have this, what I call it, Shraddha of faith. What is it? Nature has designed everything. If only you open your eyes and take a little bit of effort, then the automatic different methods will clearly come to your heart. Hey, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? No, that is this idea. earlier news that I covered about this person in Ladakh who got water from these snow caps and that sort of thing. That is it. So this is the basic idea of environment. So if you are worrying about saving environment, Earth, saving planet, no, we are not. That is a question of individuals. That is the idea. We expect always somebody else to do it. Say for example, you see, we don't ask a simple question. We want water. We get the water to the tap. We don't ask where the water is. The earlier days they had no problem because they knew water doesn't come from the tap, it comes from the well. Therefore, if you dump things in back, and they know that the tanks had to be periodically cleaned, they knew that. It was not so. Because they had a connection to the water. So we have in Bangalore, we have lost all the big tanks and that sort of thing. Now we are complaining and we don't understand how expensive it is to bring water from different places. So the idea always is expense will definitely help. For example, Indonesia about 25 years ago, they were giving free fertilizers. Then one day finally government said we don't have money. We want to finally they stop. Because giving anything free is not going to work in the long run. You may say this budget is better. So that is therefore in some sense the individual must become conscious or awareness. That's all we call it. And not only awareness, but nature has been designed so that I can lead a happier life. For example, many people complain about, shall we say, depression and that sort of thing. And even in the best source of depression going away, do some little physical work. Planting a tree, planting a this, or helping others. Something, not reading, not taking time, something purely physical. Even they felt that this tree planting, that sort of thing is the best method. So that is the reason. So once we understand this interconnection, I am connected to you, I am connected to the plants, and therefore we talk, we do. Therefore, once we understand the reason, we should throw stones at somebody's house because somebody else will throw stones at my house also on the long run. Therefore, this is what we have to understand. Therefore, you want to sort of kill bacteria by this sort of a thing, but now there are like this usual penicillin, they have become this immune, that is the idea. I told you this story all the time in the United States, when they were not using fertilizers, the amount of damage was 7% by this so-called bacteria, the microorganism. Now they use 1 billion times or something. Now it is 13%. It has increased, that's right, not a decrease. So the idea is nature is not going to be dynamic also. Just as you do, nature also say, hey, these guys are harming the bacteria, will do something. So, for example, in my own schools in the United States, many of them said we are immune to the ordinary penicillin. Therefore, they have to use the penicillin, which has 20 or 30 times more powerful than the ordinary penicillin. That is ordinary penicillin, our fuel doesn't come down. So, people simply do pay attention to these things. And these things are not even reported. That is the science. Therefore, my question for all of you is why environment is so important that you should pay attention to it. First of all, remember knowledge is inside you. It's covered, as it were, by a cloud. Just as a powerful sun can cover a cloud, can cover him, you can't see it. The same way is covered. Therefore, we say a prayer, we repeat it. Then somebody gives me a book, hey, take a look at it. I may not read the book for 10 days, and after day maybe I will look at it. But something strikes me, I will change a little bit of my life. Therefore, in some sense, so instead of blaming another human being, or another living thing, like bacteria. Why not I ask a question? My way of life is something not quite. Why not I change my way of life? For which I don't need anybody's permission. That is the idea. We can do many things by ourselves. That is the good idea. Then things will change. That's it. So don't expect other people to change. That's a completely bad idea. For a start, what I can do right now. This idea. Instead of asking what can be done, what can I do now? Before when you do that sort of thing, for example, many people even in Bangalore, they are growing vegetables on the rooftops and that sort of thing. It's common. We have many places that this idea. Oh, they are getting enough. As a matter of fact, in Belgaum, school is there. The government school is there. It has 50 students, and students are very happy because they are growing vegetables, and it is a school from grade 1 to grade 5. That is idea, the lower level one. Not the high school is not there. And they are very happy because they grow the vegetables they need, they were tertiary house, it gives them, they ask questions, what is this, what is that, what somebody is there to tell them. Therefore, the educational system has become more interesting. They can ask questions and then they say, why is this green, why is it not green, and somebody will tell them, hey, it's not there, The farmer who passed away recently, Narayana Gowda, Narayan Reddy, that was very famous one. So invariably he used to collect a lot of children. Then they ask any questions, he could answer all of them patiently. That is the whole idea. Why think there is an interconnection between all of those things. That is what environment basically. Therefore, our idea of putting it, dumping everything on this sort of ground. So, for example, what can we do? You see, therefore, the question was asked, so there is a farmer as usual, before he was studying abroad and he came back and he noticed, he was in West Bengal. He came back to the village in Maharashtra. And he says, in the United States, the rainfall is half of what we get in Maharashtra. But we are managing our water very well. Of course, even though water less. However, then you get your water from borewells, yes. But in California, it is 100 feet and they can eat water. But today it is 800. Then he understood. Why is it? Because we are not allowing the water to go into the ground. That they have heard before. No. What should I do? First of all, I build the check dams, this, that, and so many ways so that the water does not evaporate. One of the big advantages of putting the solar panel is water doesn't evaporate also. You get electricity, water doesn't evaporate. And lo and behold, now it costs money. You have to put check dams, this, that, but he collected money. Finally, the water level came also to about 300 feet or 400 feet from 800. Then he got water from the borewell, and that's all. So the question is, you have to ask simply complaining what the water level, how is it other people are managing with have the water you are getting. That is so. Non-argument is we have to see 1% basically in India. There is an acute shortage of thinking itself about the problem. That we complain, that's all. We don't ask the question what each do. We always think if somebody called government, has government done anything? Chanakya says government cannot do anything. The Chanakya is very clear on that. If you have a problem with the food distribution in village, it's the people who have the food, you should give it to them. If all government can do is tell that person, hey, we have to say, that's all it is. Government can't go. So the idea of the community forum, that idea was not the Chanakya thing at all. Because he said, government is simply a checking organization. It simply makes sure that the people who don't hold the grains, they don't do illegal things, and that's all. It is advisory thing also. It goes to people and then ask people, hey, what is happening here? So it's advisory thing. But not executive duty. no idea of free distribution of food in this kind of, no, it doesn't bring the grace of some other, because they understand it is not so easy. As a matter of people always argue. I told you so many times in the Greek, in the Roman Senate, people are all saying all of our gold goes to India and that's all. How was it done? People say, Indians gave it to somebody else, that's not true. But remember, in India, our only source of transportation was our oxen, that's the idea. We use horses. What actually happened was, all of our major development things were running the river. Therefore, from the river, they put it into the boats, which went to the big boats over the ocean. From there, they went either on the east coast or the west coast. We never had any. So, if you look at all the places where they did all this manufacture, the sort of the steel or the so-called super plant, everything was near a river. That is it. So that's the reason, everything was near a river. That's the reason our Ramanujacharya took the initiative. Hey, Brahmins, see, rivers are all more good anyway. Why don't you go to the smaller villages which don't have a river and basically drill a well and declared water of the well is superior to the water of the river. That is the idea. They put all these towers, whatever the river well water, that is the idea. So that's how people understand what is the problem needed and what is the solution needed, and that's how. But because Brahmin doesn't need agricultural land, he wants what he sow. That's all you are seeing. That's the idea, it's very sufficient. So you drill a well, remember not the bore well, you have to draw water from that, there's no problem at all. So that is that. If it is near a river, variably water level is low. We can get the water about 50 feet, 100 feet, and that's all. Because river is nearby, not too far, that is that. So the idea again and again, all of these, we read Indian history, very simple. Our prosperity depended upon each individual becoming conscious, number one. Number two, we lived as a joint family, number three. Therefore, if something happens to one person, automatically something else kicks in. There is no going out of that sort of thing, that is the idea. And thirdly, we understood the need for basically different type of vegetables, grains and water increase, that is less water, more water. We knew all that. Of course, we can't control. Sometimes we have too much wind, comes away. Therefore, we knew the need for, as I told you just now, the idea of 30 or 40 sort of varieties of crops in half an acre or 1 acre and that sort of thing. So, as a matter of fact, I think one of the earlier educators had given even a photograph of what it is called as the Gangamba model, that is idea. A lady in Northern Karnataka, she was Gangamba, he was the one who showed, hey, he said, I am doing this sort of a thing, and that's all. So, the environmental problem appears difficult because we expect somebody else to solve the problem. It is not going to happen. And no chemical method is not going to simply clean the atmosphere. No, sir. No such chemical as it is. So such method exists. Therefore, already our trees are there. They are the guys who are doing it. So why don't you grow more plants, more trees, varieties of them. Our government program is all bringing into bamboo and put it in the, we have 5 acres of bamboo. That is useless actually. That idea. Most useless. Therefore, you don't have, same plant, a variety of plants. So even, all about Jainagar and this sort of thing. Once upon a time, even about 60 years ago, they were all coconut plantations. But coconut, they didn't do much work really, Coconuts planted away, we can, they grow up. Therefore, we can plant all vegetables at the bottom. The potatoes, tomatoes and that sort of. Therefore, we don't know much about it. We see only the coconut trees and all. So, the solution for all these environmental problems is we human beings have to become conscious. That is very important. So conscious of the solution is within us, it is covered by us, we have to put in the effort and that's all. We have to understand, as I have told you, it's this organ is given to me as a lease. Kannada word for lease is bhogya, enjoyment. Therefore I work, I get all these things, that is idea. Therefore it doesn't belong to me, that is bhogya. Therefore I should share. Therefore that is the Bhagavad Gita, she says, yajna, dana, tapa, karma should participate in the yajna because yajna is the opportunity where we interact with the cosmic powers. We pay dana, giving it going not do something, and then tapaha, most important. As I told you, three types of tapas: the bodily tapas, the walk tapas, and therefore the idea is, you speak well. Therefore, don't speak in a word which is harsh. And then therefore, what is this word? The bodily upper, other is swadhyaya, you will need it. Therefore, our part of life will always is learning new things by reading or hearing, swadhyaya. And talking about crowds. Therefore, you say 10 to 100 people, maybe one person will hear it completely. Swadhyaya, therefore, so tapas, my reference always I give you 17th chapter 3 verses, 14 to 19 verses in 17. Therefore, these are tapas we can do every day. You don't understand it. Therefore, in some sense, my request for all of you is, in some sense, take your 28 to 24 hours a day and ask this question. How many hours you have been conscious? 8 hours sleep, don't work, it has gone. Therefore, once you understand when you do conscious, you will do much better. Number one, quality increases and your human effort decreases. That is the idea. I have learned in my own life 20 years ago what I could do in 15 minutes, I can do now. Even though I am much older by 5 minutes. That is the idea. Therefore, why is it? Because I am more conscious and therefore in some sense I know how to handle these things. That is it. Nothing to do with energy or age. Because energy doesn't increase with age, as you know. Therefore, that is the sum. Therefore, in some sense, this what I have written about environment in the book is not very much. It's only small thing. Many things I know, I don't put it there because it becomes too big. But remember the basic idea that we do have, as I told you, this Brahman is an anthill and within you also. There is so much knowledge. But each one of us is unique. We can develop something much better than others. Some can sing, some can plant vegetables, can some fruit. Therefore, become aware of all the possibilities. So, I try A, B, C, D. A, I can do A very well, I stop. B, I do difficult. C, I do very difficult for people. I don't touch it. That is the idea. Therefore, only you can find out what quality powers you have. Nobody, so many questionnaires are there, you can use them, no problem. But if you do all those things, you will see how your life, for example, people complain even today about in the small families or cities, they complain, not getting along and that sort of thing. And also remember, even in the, even though I was reading, there is a book on the Tirupati temples, written complete history. Remember, there was a very competent IAS wala by name Prasad was there. So he wrote the book, I have written it was in the Kannada, it is in English also. There, of course, when the British came, earlier they took it for 30 years, but then they finally decided it is not correct. In a few cases, they gave the power back. But then, they understood, people, they were all in Hindus were all quarreling with each other. So they put a effective system according to this thought, into this game. What method they put in 1870 is still working today, current side. So that is big, it came to British, but they had an organization method, appointing this, appointed, and to be a each item, I have to be a Brahmotsav, I have to be Garudotsava, I have to do this, I have to do that. Itemize what are things needed and who should provide. Of course, you have to give it to the Archakas, but who gives to the Archaka? Therefore, we give all of the details. This is fascinating history to read about. That's the difference between the British and the Muslim rulers and that sort of thing. How? Whatever bad people were there, no. Let me ask the question. Now they looked at the temples, this, that, and that sort of thing. But the question is, the British rule, or at least what temple was concerned, they took much more sort of a day. Basically said no place for any human family on top of the hill, Thermally hill, no place for any conversion, that sort of thing. They put us in over. So one story, I'll tell you a very interesting story. When this EO was Prasad was the executive officer, about 1979, he was there for 4 years. He did many good things. It is well documented. There was a big water shortage. The water was so little, the only big tank on the top of the hill became completely dry. Therefore, remember, at least every day, at least in those days, 25,000 people. And what about the 6,000 people who lived there? They need water at least once in 3-4 days. It was all. But this guy was basically a believer. Therefore, he went to talk to a known person interested in the yajnas and the sort. That man was 94 years old. That man said, if you do the Varuna Japa faithfully, you will get free. And this person said, I don't know anything. Can you do it? He says, no, I'm 94 years old, I can't do it. But he referred to some other thing. Basically, these three main priests and their followers and the sort. So, and behold, then he mentioned the name, he went and contacted them, fixed a date, somehow it got there, finally it started. Therefore, one day one person has to stand in the water and repeat the Varuna mantra. One person has to do the worship of Srinivasa, Mutsu, etc. So, 3 bulls. Therefore, they started on the day, and everybody, all the people were saying, no water on the first day, no water on the second day, no water on the third day. And lo and behold, exactly at the time before, typically land parties taking this DT, what you call a Japa, that's all. The land stayed at 5 o'clock. The water started, and it was such a huge water that everybody was completely drenched, and the tank was full. That is the idea. And he says, very interestingly, the rain fell only on the hill, not on near Kadahasti, there, that all the other villages, no such thing. It fell only on the hill. So what I am saying is, for all people who say, so in the performance of yajna, first importance is what we call Shraddha. That's what Krishna says in the 17th chapter. There are details about Shraddha. Of course, there is the grace of the Srinivasa also. Therefore, don't say, he is doing correctly as I told you. Yajna done in Kumbakonam is different from Yajna done in Pune. Therefore, Pune people think they are the greatest, Kumbakonam people they are the greatest. So, no point. Don't say, hey, you are different, therefore it won't work. That's the idea. You are being stupid, that's the whole idea. Therefore, if you do anything with the Shraddha, the water will definitely come. That is the whole point. Okay? Therefore, this is what I call the Shraddha. You have to believe there is order in the universe. That everything is done appropriately. Of course, after all, each one of us, how many people do 100 people, not even that. For our all experience, newspaper give they won't daily give. When you do that, you will understand by and large, you will be happy and comfortable life. Helping others, helping viewers, and that's all. That is really important. And that's the whole point of Veda. Veda exactly mentions that. So, what remember? Veda doesn't promise there is no age. I told you, performance vivigna is not there. It simply says, if you call the Deva, he comes. Therefore, what is the slogan? Vayam Tava. We are yours. Tvam Asmakam. You are ours. Vayam Tava. It is repeated in 5 different ways. Vayam we, you are yours. Tava. Vayam Tava. Tvam you belong to us. Tvam Asmakam. So that's our relation. That is the whole idea. Whom you call us, we help you to the extent, gods know more than devas know. Therefore, the extent which is helpful to you in the long run, not just in the short. We will give you all the help. That's all the Vedas say. That's the reason why Veda, as I told you, for practical living also Veda is useful, not for people who think they want to do moksha or that sort of thing after death, that's not the point. That's completely irrelevant. Therefore, we don't know what will happen to us, that's not because, So, we should not have an accountant theory of karma. This, I have done so many things, typical accountant theory. I have given this, I know no such accountant theory is going to, because as I told you, the same thing done by 2 different persons will have 2 different effects. That is right. A person, a soldier is there, and then ordinary lover is there, both will be killing, same effect, no. Again, you take a bribe, when somebody wants to take a bribe to liquor, another person has 6 daughters to marry, he takes a bribe so that he can marry them all. Is there a difference? Obviously, there is. That is right. So, Veda basically says, don't put this mechanical idea of justice and nothing away from that. The supreme power decides each action, each individual, each time it has its own way. That is the idea. Therefore, don't be putting your human ideas on these ideas of karma and that's all. So I have taken enough time. Any questions? I will be happy to answer. Okay, the question is simple. In what way individual prana connected to cosmic prana? Answer. There is no such thing as an individual prana. The same cosmic prana, just as you take a water from the samudra, that is our individual prana. Therefore, it has all the powers. Again, in the context of your individuality, it will give you all the energy which is needed by you. So it is same cosmic prana. It has all, as I told you, fighting. The main prana, apana, which makes all the fighting which go over feces, urine, and that sort of thing. Jnana, distribution of the energy to all the parts. Jnana, and everything has to live in equilibrium, You put you something, and udana, thinking of the higher values. So, prana, apana, jnana, udana, samana. So it does. Therefore, when a disease means something jnana is not working, or udana is not, samana is working, have real problem, your jnana is samana is not working, they are not cooperating with us. Right? Therefore, the idea is become conscious. So, when I have known many people, I tell you, one good friend of ours, you may not believe it. Therefore, he went earlier, he had a chest pain, and then the doctor told him, angioplasty, there is a 25 years you need it. So, he said, date of it next week. And I told him, that's all right, but we have this, therefore, repeat this in the Surya mantra. Therefore, and therefore he repeated this so many times, and then next day he goes there, and they take you don't need any plastic. So there are many cases like that. Other than we checked our this skin disease I have told you so many times. That is it. Therefore, in the actual case, if you go on actually asking personal questions. Then you will get answers. Yes, I have been benefited like this. I went to this holy person, he told me to, and he did the same problem. So, therefore, my argument is, you see, and that's what Sharabindo said, what is considered as myth and imagination is a reality for most people. Therefore, when I have a problem, I go to a temple, I read a Vedic mantra, I go to beauty. He's saying, hey, no, this is a problem. So all of this is considered as a myth or imagination and useless. For me, it is a real fact. Oh, stupid question. So who wrote that question? When I was in primary middle school, I didn't go to primary school. Teacher said, hey, you better write in big letters. When you grow older, it will become smaller and smaller and smaller. Therefore, when you start writing in small letters now, at 58, nobody can read it. That's what he basically said. There is India inside us. Can you do Agnihotra by feeding the Agni with ghee, entering? No, you don't have to feed Agni with ghee, no thank you. Ghee is separate idea. But recite the only recitation of mantras is sufficient. You do not have a necessary, no, that's no problem at all. That's the reason why we attach so much importance for reciting the Agni mantras. I don't know you. I tell everybody who wants to hear me, repeat the first 9 mantras of the Ayurveda. Agni mile purohitam yajnasya devam rudvijam otaram radhadatamam agni purvevi rushivihi yono tanayurta adhivavi havakshati agni narai vashnavati Poshamevati Vedive Petram Vedavattamam Agneyam Yajnamatvaram Vishwata Paripurasi Aydeveshu Gacchati Agnirvota Karikratu Atyachitra Shavastama Devo Deve Viragamate Yadankadashu Shekamagne Madran Karishyasi Tavetat Satyamanjira Upatwagni Dive Dive Doshavata Ihavayam Namo Bharatayemasi Rajantam Advarana Opamritasya Divam Padhamanam Vedame Tanakiteva Sunave Agne Subhayano Bhava Tajaswada Swastare. Why would you remember that day? You can use it for any deva you worship. You worship Subramanya, you worship Ganapati, or worship Vishnu, forever, because Agni does not have Agni is Agra, one who is friend. Therefore, you can use it for all purpose. These 9 mantras. Okay. Therefore, we just repetition of mantra with faith, Shraddha. That is the most efficient. You don't need any ritual also. We recommend Agnihotra because people feel they have to do some sort of physical thing. They feel. Therefore, idea is, remember, I am not superior to them. They have a feeling. Therefore, there is a method, that's all. So, I don't say that is inferior or superior. There is no such a superior, inferior. Now, remember that. Therefore, a person who does that vessel and a sort of thing, he has a faith, therefore it works for him. But if you don't have, then you can do it simply reciting the mantra with Shraddha. Don't put any ghee into the mouth or any other things into the mouth. Don't please go. Then you will definitely have much more effect. Because Shraddha you control. That is this idea. Shraddha is yours. That's the idea. Now more than the physical. So, the reason why physical is important, people feel we have to do something. For example, just now I quoted the example of the Purnand or something. Therefore, the question is that could they not have recited the mantras, but they felt that the whole package is important. The most important in the yajna is a recitation of the mantras. So the most effect and the whole idea, and therefore the 70% is they recite a mantra and they put out it. Okay? Therefore we need to not have. So the question of paraphernalia does not arise. You can simply recite the mantra anywhere you want, not night and evening. When you get up or go to bed or get up. Okay, thank you. You see, my question is this, but I have read the question and I will answer. Agni Hotra, why cow dung and ghee are used? Is there any scientific support? My first question is, I come from a scientific background, therefore I can tell you, this word don't use word scientific at all. Don't use that word. Science is a growing thing. Earlier, for example, I told you see, I don't know whether do you live on a 10th floor building and that sort of thing. Therefore, all of us were taught, in the school, the gravitational constant is 32 feet per second. It's universal. That is not true. 32.1, 32 varies. If you want, you can go to a 10th floor, drop a stone, measure the time, half g squared Newton's law. What happened to Newton's law? Dead. So it's not dead. It is modified. Therefore, science is useless. You only get modification and that's all. So where do we use cow dung? First of all, it is sacred, it is easily available. Sticks easily available. Ghee easily available. That's it. But people in Romania seem to think it is much wider than that because those places cow is not such an animal. Take it from India, that's I don't know. But they felt it in the Romania people felt that they used to get the cow dung from India and use it. So therefore, for India, it is easily available. Where do we, you people are all modern. In the olden days, our floor was pasted with the in 1950, a Westerner came. He went, these cow dung laced ground are much cleaner than our Western things with their carpets. That's what he said. Carpets, you need a vacuum cleaner to clean it. For our ground and floor, there is a broom will take it away. That may be easy. That is it. Therefore, don't use word scientific because it is useless. At all other things, easily available things. Every house, everybody has a cow, therefore cow dung easily available. It's easily available. Ghee, of course, is available, not available. It's not important. Yes, sir. Questions finished? Time.
Let us start this session. There some great rules. Sri Shankaracharya. Om Sadha Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayanam Sutra Bhashaktav Vande Bhagavantav Punah Punah. So we have completed the Ganapati and Saraswati mantra. So let us chant today the first mantra, and then we have planned to complete Agni mantra today. So let us chant together, and we will repeat it once again. And before 12:30, we will finalize the thing like how many of them are good in that and who are facing problems, how I can help them in that. So let us start with Ganapati mantra. Are you familiar with that? You know Ganapati mantra and Saraswati mantra. Let us chant together. Or shall I chant once and after that we will chant together? Okay. Yeah. So first of all we start with Ganapati. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Gananatva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kapim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jyeshnarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatamanastrumpannotilisena sadhanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Om Pranam सरस्वती वाचेर्वाचिनीवती दीनामविद्यवती आनो दिवो बृहतः पर्वतादा सरस्वती यजता दन्तु यज्ञम् अवं देवी जुजुषाणामृताचि शक्मान्नो वाचमुषति शृणोतु वाग्देव्यै नमः. So individually let us go with one's Ganapati mantra, then together let's join and pray to him, then start with that mantra. You can start.
Om Gananaam Ganapatim Havahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanastapapanaśrunvannotivissidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha.
Next. Next.
गणानाथ ओम गणानाथ गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ओम महागणपतये नमः.
Now next you can take this video आगे तो ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ so that you can show.
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. ओम गणानां वां गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः.
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः.
So after this let us go direct to Agni mantra, and first I will chant once the complete 9 mantras, then after that let us practice together.
Sir, one they will let's
Om Gananatva Ganapatigan Havahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrunnvannotibhissidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Now we chant Agni mantra. So first I will chant once. Please listen to that, and then we chant together. Om Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Devamuttvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Agni Purve Virrashibhiridyo Nutanai Puta Sadevamyeha Bhakshati Agnina Raimashnavapposhamevati Vedive Yashasam Veeravattamam Agneyam Yajnamadvaram Vishvatah Paribhorasi Sa Iddheveshu Gacchati Agnirhorta Kavikratuh Satyaschitrashravastamah Devo Deve Viragamat Yadangadaashushe Tvamagne Bhadram Karishyasi Tavetat Satyamam Girah Upattvagne Dive Dive Dosha Vastardhiya Vayam Namo Bharanta Evasi राजन्तमध्वराणां गोपामृतस्य देधिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे स नः पितेव सूनवे अग्ने सुपायनो भव स च स्वानस्वस्तये ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. So we will chant with the words first. So it is called as a Pada Parichaya. Then we go with the words and we chant one phrase of that. That is one. Agnimile Purohitam.
Agnimile Purohitam. Agnimile Purohitam.
Yagnasya Devam Mutvijam.
Yagnasya Devam Mutvijam. Yagnasya Devam Mutvijam.
Hotaram.
Hotaram. Hotaram.
Ratnadhatamam.
Ratnadhatamam. Ratnadhatamam.
Agnimile Purohitam.
Agnimile Purohitam. Agnimile Purohitam.
Yagnasya Deva Mrutvijam.
Yagnasya Deva Mrutvijam. Yagnasya Deva Mrutvijam.
Hotaram Ratnadhatamam.
Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. Hotaram Ratnadhatamam.
Agnih Purvebihi.
Agnih Purvebihi. Agnih Purvebihi.
Rushibihi.
Rushibihi. Rushibihi.
Idyo.
Idyo. Idyo.
Nutanai uta.
Nutanai uta. Nutanai uta.
Sadevam yeha bhakshati.
Sadevam yeha bhakshati. Sadevam yeha bhakshati.
Agnih Purvebihi.
Agnih Purvebihi. Agnih Purvebihi.
Rushibihi.
Rushibihi. Rushibihi.
Idyo.
Idyo. Idyo.
Nutanai uta.
Nutanai uta. Nutanai uta.
Sadevam.
Sadevam. Sadevam.
Yeha bhakshati.
Yeha bhakshati. Yeha bhakshati.
So now we chant from first and second together. Agnimile Purohitam.
Yagnasya Deva Mrutvijam. Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. Agnih Purvebihi. Rushibihi. Idyo. Nutanai uta. Sadevam yeha bhakshati.
Now, any doubt in this first and second? Are you clear? ಇದು ನಾವು
Purohitam. Yagnasya Devam Mrutvijam. Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. Agnih Purvebihi. Rushibihi. Idyo. Nutanai uta. Sadevam yeha bhakshati.
Next, Agnina Raimashtnavat.
Agnina Raimashtnavat. Agnina Raimashtnavat.
Oshameva dive dive.
Oshameva dive dive. Oshameva dive dive.
Yashasam Veeravattamam.
Yashasam Veeravattamam. Yashasam Veeravattamam.
Agneyam Yajnamadvaram.
Agneyam Yajnamadvaram. Agneyam Yajnamadvaram.
Vishvatah Paribhurasi.
Vishvatah Paribhurasi. Vishvatah Paribhurasi.
स इद्देवेषु गच्छति
स इद्देवेषु गच्छति स इद्देवेषु गच्छति
अग्निर्होता
अग्निर्होता अग्निर्होता
कविक्रतुः
कविक्रतुः कविक्रतुः
सत्यः
सत्यः सत्यः
चित्रश्रवस्तमः
चित्रश्रवस्तमः चित्रश्रवस्तमः
देवो देवेभिः
देवो देवेभिः देवो देवेभिः
आगमत्
आगमत् आगमत्
अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः
अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः
सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः
सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः
देवो देवेभिरागमत्
देवो देवेभिरागमत् देवो देवेभिरागमत्
यदङ्गदाशुषे
यदङ्गदाशुषे यदङ्गदाशुषे
त्वमग्ने
त्वमग्ने त्वमग्ने
भद्रं करिष्यसि
भद्रं करिष्यसि भद्रं करिष्यसि
तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः
तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः
यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने
यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने
भद्रं करिष्यसि
भद्रं करिष्यसि भद्रं करिष्यसि
तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः
तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः तवेतत्सत्यमं गिरः
उपत्वाग्ने
उपत्वाग्ने उपत्वाग्ने
दिवे दिवे
दिवे दिवे दिवे दिवे
दोषावस्तः
दोषावस्तः दोषावस्तः
दिया वयं
दिया वयं दिया वयं
नमो भरन्त एमसि
नमो भरन्त एमसि नमो भरन्त एमसि
उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे
उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे
दोषावस्तधिया वयं
दोषावस्तधिया वयं दोषावस्तधिया वयं
नमो भरन्त एमसि
नमो भरन्त एमसि नमो भरन्त एमसि
राजन्त
राजन्त राजन्त
राजन्तं
राजन्तं राजन्तम्
अध्वराणाम्
अध्वराणाम् अध्वराणाम्
राजन्तमध्वराणाम्
राजन्तमध्वराणाम् राजन्तमध्वराणाम्
गोपामृतस्य दीदिविम्
गोपामृतस्य दीदिविम् गोपामृतस्य दीदिविम्
वर्धमानं स्वेदमे
वर्धमानं स्वेदमे वर्धमानं स्वेदमे
सनः पितेव सूनवे
सनः पितेव सूनवे सनः पितेव सूनवे
अग्ने सुवायनो भव
अग्ने सुपायनो भव अग्ने सुपायनो भव
सचस्वानस्वस्तये
सचस्वानस्वस्तये सचस्वानस्वस्तये
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So now let us chant from first, second and third, and then after that is
अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं ऋत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातमम् अग्निः पूर्वेभिर्ऋषिभिः ईद्यो नूतनैरुत स देवान्येव रक्षति अग्निना दहिमश्नवत् कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम् आग्नेयं यज्ञमध्वरं विश्वतः परिभूरसि स हि देवेषु गच्छति अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः
Excuse me. So in this fifth mantra, chant first Agnirhorta Gavikratuhu Satyaschitrasravastamaha Devo Devebhi Agamat.
अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः देवो देवेभिरागमत् यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने भद्रं करिष्यसि तवेतत्सत्यमङ्गिरः उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे दोषावस्तत्तिया वयं नमो भरन्त हेमसि.
Let us repeat the same.
उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे दोषावस्तत्तिया वयं नमो भरन्त हेमसि. राजन्नं अग्रवाणां गोपामृतस्य दीदिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे राजन्ताम् अग्रवाणां
Yeah, actually this word Rajantam Advaranam. So we can chant like Rajantam Advaranam Gopamrutasya Didivim Rajantam Advaranam Gopamrutasya Didivim Vardamanam Svedame Sanapideva Sunave Agne Supayano Bhava Sajasvanasvastaye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we will try from the seventh mantra once again, chant together from 7, 8 and 9. So after that we go for 1. Okay. Start from 7th mantra.
उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे दोषावस्तत्तिया वयं नमो भरन्त हेमसि. राजन्तमग्रवाणां गोपामृतस्य दीदिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे सनपिदेव सूनवे अग्ने सुवायनो भव सचस्वानस्वस्तये. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So from out of these 9, you have any doubt in this? So like way how to chant and how to
the ninth one?
Yeah, 9th mantra is like this. Sana piteva sunave agne supayano bhava sajasvana swastaye. Actually when you chant in swara, this will be like this. Sana piteva sunave agne supayano bhava sajasvana swastaye. सनः पितेव सूनवे अग्ने सुवायनो भव स्वचस्वानस्वस्तये ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So when you go with the swara, the Anudhata, Udata and Swarita, actually the formation, like how they are given in this mantra. So that chanting is something different. First you have to understand the word before going to that, like what it is and how to pronounce that. Then you can chant easily. So my request, sincere request is, first you go with the words. So ಪದದ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಉಚ್ಚಾರ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆನಂತರ ನಾವು ಅದು ಸ್ವರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಲಭವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಜಂತಂ ಅಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಪದ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇದೆ. ರಾಜಂತಂ ಅಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಉಪತ್ವಾಗ್ನೇ ದಿವೆ ದಿವೆ ದೋಷ ವಸ್ತರ್ಧಿಯ ವಯಂ ನಮೋ ಭರಂತ ಏಮಸಿ ರಾಜಂತಮಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಗೋಪಾಮೃತಸ್ಯ ದೀಧಿಗುಂ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಾಜಂತಮಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ರಾಜಂತಮಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ತತ್ಮಧ್ವ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕಾರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ವಿಸರ್ಗ ತಮಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಷರಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಕಾರ ಊಕಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಗೋಪಾಮೃತಸ್ಯ ದೀಧಿವಿಂ ವರ್ಧಮಾನಂ ಸ್ವೇದಮೇ. ಇದು ನಾವು ಸ್ವರಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಬರುವಂತ ಮಂತ್ರ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪದಗಳು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಗಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ more on words. So you make it show that you know the particular word. Then you chant. When you listen to some YouTube, you'll be having Agni mantra. Once you know the word, then it is easy for you to chant with that swarasthana. Okay. So we chant once again from 1 to 9, but we repeat twice every this one mantras. Okay. So let us start from 1.
अग्निमीले पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं रुद्रिजं गोदानं रत्नदातमम् अग्निमीले
Let us repeat twice the one mantra.
पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं रुद्रिजं गोदानं रत्नदातमम् अग्निमीले पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं रुद्रिजं होतारं रत्नदातमम् अग्निः पूर्वेभिर्ऋषिभिः ईड्यो नूतनैकुत स देवान्येन वक्षति अग्निः पूर्वेभिर्ऋषिभिः ईड्यो नूतनैकुत स देवान्येन वक्षति अग्निना वैमश्नवच ओषमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम् अग्निना वैमश्नवच ओषमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम्.
Excuse me. So this I want to make one correction in this. So that is Agninarayi Mashnavat. So now you know the word. Let us join that word. So it will be easy. Agninarayi Mashnavat Poshameva Dive Dive. Agninarayi Mashnavat Poshameva Dive Dive. Yashasam Veeravattamam. Got it? Can you follow this? So
अग्निनारैमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम् अग्निनारैमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम् अग्नेयं यज्ञमध्वरं विश्वतः परिपूरसि स देवेषु गच्छति अग्नेयं यज्ञमध्वरं विश्वतः परिपूरसि स देवेषु गच्छति अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः देवो देवेभिरागमत् अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः देवो देवेभिरागमत् यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने भद्रं करिष्यसि तवेतत्सत्यमङ्गिरः यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने भद्रं करिष्यसि तवेतत्सत्यमङ्गिरः उभत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे दोषापस्ततुया वयं नमो हरन्त हेमसि उपत्वाग्ने दिवे दिवे दोषापस्ततुया वयं नमो हरन्त हेमसि राजन्तमनपराणां गोपामृतस्य दीदिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे राजन्तमनपराणां गोपामृतस्य दीदिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे स नः पितेव सूनवे अग्ने सूपायनो भव स च स्वानस्वस्तये स नः पितेव सूनवे अग्ने सूपायनो भव स च स्वानस्वस्तये ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Okay, so can we do it in ones? So from 1 to 9 without breakup, so we can chant together. You have any doubt on this? So from 1 to 9, any clarification you require in this? So let us chant. There is no repetition in this. Just chant.
ॐ अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातमम् अग्निः पूर्वेभिर्ऋषिभिः ईड्यो नूतनैरुत स देवान्नेह भक्षति अग्निना रयिमश्नवचो ओषमेव दिवे दिवे।
Yes, so I ask you to join the two words so that it makes one phrase, that one sentence will be completed. So it will be in the form of chanting. Otherwise, what happens will be splitting. That will be difficult like earlier. So like Agnina Raimashnavatposhameva dive dive yashasam veeravattamam. Okay, so you can practice once only this mantra. That is third one. So chant together.
अग्निना रयिमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम्
Once again.
अग्निना रयिमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम्।
Okay, okay for you. Any doubt on this? So here the point is what I am trying to convince you is so Agnina Raimashnavat. So here Koshameva dive dive. So when you join this Agnina Raimashnavat Koshameva dive dive. Got it? So here Mat Raimashnavat Koshameva dive dive.
No pass there.
No pass there. Okay. So that Ardhakshara ಏನಿದೆ ತ ಅನ್ನೋದು so it is joining with the next letter. So Raimashna Vatposha Meva Divedi. So you chant once again the same mantra.
अग्निना रयिमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम्।
Continue.
अग्निना रयिमश्नवत्कोशमेव दिवे दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तमम्।
Next one.
अग्नेयं यज्ञमध्वरं विश्वतः परिपूरसि स हि देवेषु गच्छति अग्निर्होता कविक्रतुः सत्यश्चित्रश्रवस्तमः देवो देवेभिरागमत् यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वमग्ने भद्रं करिष्यसि तवेतत् सत्यमङ्गिरः उपध्वान्मे दिवे दिवे दोषावस्तवीया वयं नमो भरन्त एमसि राजन्तमध्वराणां गोमामृतस्य दीदिविं वर्धमानं स्वेदमे स नः पितेव सूनमे अग्ने सूपायनो भव स च स्वानः स्वस्तये ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So, are you familiar with the words now? So, I'm going to chant with the Swarasthana. So, just you look into that and see the difference, like how it is. Okay. Om Agnimile Purohitam. In some of the form, even in Rigveda, we got Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Deva Bhuttvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Agni Purve Bhirushibhi Idyo Nutanayuta Sadeva Eha Vakshati Agnina Raimasnavat Poshameva Dive Dive Yashasam Veeravattamam Agneyam Yajnamadvaram Vishvatah Paribhorasi Sahibdeveshu Gacchati Agnirhorta Kavikrataha Satyaschitrashravastamaha Devo Deve Viragamate Yadangadashushe Tvamagne Bhadram Karishyasi Tavetat Satyamam Girah Upadvagne Dive Dive Dosha Avastardiya Vayam Namo Bharanta Emasi Rajantamadvaranam Gopamrutasya Didivim Vardhamanam Svedame Sanah Piteva Sunave Agne Supayano Bhava Swachasvanasvastaye Om Shanti 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 Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om